All right. It is live. Okay, what's popping, y'all? It's your girl Kia FYT, Queen of Pure Bars. I normally, I'm saying, let people get in here. I actually don't have a way to share it to Facebook, do all the stuff that I normally do. So we just gonna kind of get into it a little bit, and hope they pull in because I'm not doing a normal process. Thank you for taking the time. I'm actually at work, but we missed one scheduled meeting and I didn't want to be too unprofessional. So I was like, I got the good space and we could thug it out here. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely. Yeah, you
Okay.
good. You good.
Okay. So for everyone, I guess if there's anyone in the world that doesn't know who are you, who are you?
Chilla Jones, former King of the Dot champ, 2020 champion of the year, as far as battle rap goes. Also co-founder and owner of the first ever school for lyricism called Pendulum Inc.
Okay.
Um, and also musician,
All of that.
manager, league owner, many other things. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, that's fire. I guess I want to start off with some things that I didn't know. You have a school. Can you give me a little bit of information on what that consists of?
Absolutely. So Mickey Fax and I, for those who are familiar with Mickey Fax, Grammy Award winner songwriter, also battle rap enthusiast, Mickey Fax and I founded a school for lyricism called Pendulum Inc. in 2022. We're currently in our second year, going into year three. And it's a school that, we literally teach you how to rap better
Okay.
from a lyrical standpoint, from a technical writing standpoint, but then also from a rhythmic and stylistic standpoint. We also have other classes that focus more on things outside of rapping ability, like branding, marketing, songwriting, uh, financial literacy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like things that will help you as an independent artist learn how to live and survive within the industry and within the culture of hip hop.
Okay.
The goal for us at Pendulum Inc. is to give all of our students the skill set to be able to live and flourish off of hip hop,
That's
whether it's
fire.
battle rap, whether it's music, whether it's, whatever it is. We want to teach people how to be able to make a living off of their skill set and off of their talent. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to take people out of the mindset of thinking, all right, let me go work at, McDonald's, let me go work at this place, and no shade on the people to do, but we want to be able to take you from that place to say, okay, let's teach you some things about touring, let's teach you some things about live performance, let's teach you some things about marketing and branding, let's teach you things about social media and how you can get paid for your content, so that one day you don't got to wake up and go clock in nowhere. You could just wake up and know how to make your money and know how to pay your bills off of your talent and off of what you know from the hip hop world. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the goal of what we try to do at Pendulum Inc. Uh, Anybody looking for more information can go to penduluminc.com to check it out.
Yo, that's fire. And I must say, the hip hop culture needs more people like you. Um, man, you know what I'm saying? There's that was one of the reasons why I let my whole thing go with my music because of not understanding. I understood. It took a lot for me to understand, but I lost a lot within getting the information of understanding. You know what I'm saying? So you can have
So
somebody
and,
start you.
and we all do though. You know what I'm saying? Like and I think that's the good thing about Pendulum Inc. is we're creating a place for people to go now
Yeah.
for that information, right? Because as it stood before Pendulum Inc., you learned whatever you learned based off wherever you from and whoever you met, and your journey was your journey, right? But there was no central place where a up and coming battle rapper or up and coming hip hop musician could go and be like, yo, you mean I can go to the school and I can have conversations with people like Method Man and Ab Soul and Master Ace and Blue and Sahai the Prince, and they could teach me about ghostwriting and they could teach me about content creation on the internet, and they could teach me about how to make money off reels, and they could teach me about Like I could learn all this stuff so that I can now start generating money off my craft. There's kind of nowhere else you can go for that kind of help and that kind of information. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's like if you don't run across somebody in your career that teaches you that stuff, you go without.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's just an artist's luck, right? Like if he or she doesn't encounter certain people to teach them certain things, then they're gonna go 10, 15, 20 years without understanding that, man, if I had just put an extra 30 minutes a day into my social media content, I could have been making $1,500 to $2,000 a month
Yeah, no, that's a
just by
fact.
doing A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? So Pendulum Inc. We strive to be that information center for artists to be able to go to say, look, I want to get into rap, or I've been rapping for 5 years, or I've been rapping for 10 years, and I'm not making as much money from it as I would like. So you know what? I'm gonna invest in myself. I'm gonna spend a couple $1,000s to go to the school for a year, but I'm gonna get a chance to pick the brains of hip hop's most legendary MCs on a monthly basis, and on a weekly basis, I'm going to get to pick the brain of Chilla Jones and Mickey Fax and other artists who may spontaneously show up, like Rock This Monster from Helter Skelter, or Bun B, or any of the artists that we've had pull up just to pull up because they love what we're doing, and I'm going to get a lot of information that I wouldn't otherwise have had access to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's crazy. Zay, we got a late bloomer pop in. This is Zay. This is the other half to the co-host of Bar Heavy. How you feeling?
What's going on?
Say
What's
what
going
up,
on,
man?
Kia? What's going on, Tiller? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, brother. How you feeling?
Ah, man, I'm feeling great, man. I appreciate Kia, and I appreciate you for letting me get on this, this live and just be a fly on the wall, man. Definitely a major fan of yours. With I definitely I was having a discussion with my brother. I was like, man, with you and Caution, I was like, people can't sleep on Chill. Like, Chilla, he created a whole genre of battle rap, this
Right.
scheme. And I'm like, people made fun of Chilla and like all. I remember going back to your earliest battles, like, and people were like, you just rap so slow and like, but look at you, like, over half the people that you face are gone and you still here
Big
thriving,
facts.
like because like you're the father of scheming and stuff, man. I appreciate your craft and like you're a true definition of sticking to your style, like you know what I'm saying, and not changing it for nobody. So shout out and salute to you, man.
Thank you, bro. I definitely appreciate that. You're absolutely right. In terms of longevity and being able to, um, maintain what I do, and I'm going into year 12. You know what I'm saying, and it feels like it flew by. Because I debuted in 2012. So it literally, like, as I look back, I'm like, man, the journey for me went so quick. But then when I look back, I'm like, man, I'm almost 100 battles in. I've battled everybody that's popping and relevant, with the exception of maybe like Lux Mook and Hollow, maybe one or two other people.
Right.
Um, but but yeah, man, I feel like I'm at a point in my career now, Zay, where it's like a lot of people at this point will sit back and just kind of wait for mega matchups, or wait for certain battles that might be called like maybe like legacy builders.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so grateful for everybody that gave me a chance and gave me a shot in my career, and I feel like I'm always gonna want to pay that forward. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm always gonna wanna pull up to leagues and give people like King Caution a shot to prove that he's next, or he's you know what I'm saying, he's the future of the culture. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's the duty and responsibility of battle rappers in my tier and in my seat to
Right.
give that light and give that opportunity for MCs to come up. You know what I'm saying? Because the more stars we have in this game, the more battles it creates for everybody, which means there's more money, which means the leagues are more successful, the battle rappers are more successful, the culture lasts longer. It just adds so much, you know what I'm saying, when battle rappers at my level can turn around and give opportunities out for battle rappers to shine. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So um
And you've
That
been doing
that's
that for a minute too. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's really dope because like you don't it's not like you know how most like I ain't gonna say most, but you can see how some battle rappers come and they just treat it as like a check. I ain't really worried about this. Like you actually come like pause. You actually show up to the battle. Like you, Chef Trez, Dan, like y'all show up to murder these guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? They getting the
hey,
best,
we got
you
we
know,
got we
they getting
gotta
the
give
best
we gotta give the same show that we give anywhere else, bro. And for us, you know what I'm saying, speaking for Danny and speaking for people like Danny and Trez and JC and other people, um, I always think about, right? I'm a big Michael Jordan fan. I always think about something that Michael Jordan said, and Michael Jordan was like, "Yo, there's somebody in the crowd that paid a ticket to see me." And when it comes to like this this NBA era of low management where a lot of stars might sit down and not play as much to preserve themselves for the playoffs. It's like, yo, there's gonna be somebody at PRBL that pulled up and say, you know what, I never got the opportunity to see Chilla live. I wanna see Chilla go crazy.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
pull up and act
I
like
can't pull up and act like
PRBL was just like
PRBL was just like,
Rec Jim. We're not doing that. Nah, PRBL is the NBA Finals. The same way I would treat a gnome, the same way I would treat a volume. PRBL is gonna be treated like Urban Plaza, Webster Hall, what Gramercy Theater, whatever you want to call it, because the person in that crowd that might not have ever been to a gnome or ever been to a Gramercy Theater is I got to give them the same show. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I got to give them the same show. So, that's the kind of respect that I have for the culture, this kind of respect that I have for, what I'm saying, the small leagues in this culture. It's the small leagues like PRBL, TBL, Shark Tank, Motherland, all these different leagues. That's really the heartbeat of the culture. These are where the stars are created. You know what I'm saying? And so without these leagues and without these battles and without these opportunities, the culture is stagnant.
Nah, that's
We don't want to see the same 12 niggas battling over and over again. We
no.
need new blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Hey, so I can't even judge you because I promise you everybody do this. At one point I thought because I was on some 50 Cent, right? Remember how when the second or whatever season dropped, he changed the intro and everybody was like they was messing they weren't rocking
Come
with
on,
it. He
power.
back, right? So
Mm-hmm.
nobody gets my logo right. It's well the symbol is PBRBL.
RBL. My
Yeah,
mistake. My bad. My
yeah,
bad.
no, you good, you good. Nobody gets it right the first time. For sure. But no, you are 100% right. And this is why I think we kind of went this route this year with like some of our top talent here is to, what I'm saying, bring y'all to us instead of, what I'm saying, us coming to y'all or whatever the case may be, however you want to look at it. But to give them the opportunity to see exactly where they're at. The goal isn't for me primarily is for them to necessarily win. You know what I'm saying? I just need to gauge and scale and see. You know what I'm saying? Like the only way I feel like these guys will get better is if they actually have a challenge. And with someone of a caliber of y'all caliber. You see what I'm saying? Like if we keep battling the same caliber, then how could we ever gauge? You know what I'm saying? So as long as they don't necessarily die, like I'm done proud of them. You know what I'm saying? Like fight back, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? They might accidentally come out. You would not even accidentally. Like maybe y'all may not think of them in that way, and they may come clip you. You know what I'm saying? We never know until we see it, until we get it, until they're right there in that moment. We're not gonna know. But I got faith in Caution. You know what I'm saying? Caution's been battling since he was 16. You know what I'm saying? So he came out really, really young. He's not even that old right now. You know what I'm saying? And I love his pen. I like the way he punch. You know what I'm saying? I like his style. He's coming into his character of how he promotes. So I think he's worthy. You know what I'm saying, of this shot. Although if we wasn't on this live, I'd be talking mad crap about him. But this is his flowers moment, you know. But that's why he's here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He deserves that. That boy's worked hard. Um, he's gained a fan base. You know, within the Texas area. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Right.
Why not? You know. So I'm excited, man. This, I don't. I feel like it was going by fast, and now that we're a week away, it's just like the days are just dragging. You know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, come
nah. I mean, we've been talking about it for a while, right? Like we've
on.
been talking about making this happen. When we crossed paths earlier this year, I told you I wanted to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love battling in Texas in general. So we definitely been in talks for a little while. To make this happen. So I feel you in that. It feels like the process has been
Yeah,
a long time, right?
yeah, yeah.
Putting this together.
Sure.
Um, and now that what I'm saying, we're so close to the event, I'm super excited to get out there. I'm super excited to feel the energy of the league, feel the energy of the event,
Yeah,
and see what it's like in person. I've definitely been doing my research. I've definitely been watching past battles just to see
yeah.
what the crowd likes, what the size of the venue usually is. There's a lot of things to take into an account when you're a vet. Like there's a lot of things we look at. There's a lot of things we try to figure out before I even write a bar. There's a
Mm,
lot of things I need to know before I even start prepping. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I know Caution is gonna bring his A game.
Okay.
Um, you know what I'm saying? And I hope that everybody watching this, and I hope that everybody that's in attendance or planning on being in attendance, you getting A game Chilla. I'm just gonna say it. You getting A game Chilla. You getting the same Chilla you seen on the URL app. You getting the same Chilla you been seeing on YouTube for a decade. This ain't gonna be a Chilla with his foot off the gas. So if you thinking about buying a ticket, you haven't really figured, buy the ticket.
For
Buy the
sure.
ticket. My performance alone will be worth your ticket. Buy the ticket. I
Ooh,
promise.
ooh, you get me hyped. So,
Getting spicy.
right, real quick, a question that I always ask, especially of y'all caliber when y'all get these, I can't say opportunities, but when you get these bookings, um,
No, it's an opportunity. It's
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
opportunity, respectfully.
How did you feel about Caution when you seen his work? Like, how far back did you go? Like, did you see his growth within what you were watching?
I didn't go all the way back to the beginning. I watched, I think his
Okay,
last two or three.
okay,
Um, so I haven't seen his overall
okay.
like improvement, right? Like I haven't seen where he started from to where he is now. I've kind of just looked at his more recent stuff and seen
Okay.
his process, and I like to do that to assess weak points. I like to do that to figure out, okay, this is where you don't do well. This is where he does do well. This is something to consider. This is something to keep in mind. Because I also like to counter right. So I also like to know, okay, this is how he's going to attack me, and this is how I can flip it. So I like Caution. He definitely understands like the foundational stuff from a writing standpoint. He also understands um, how to get to the punch. And that's a really important thing as a rapper and as a writer, right? Both sides of it. From a writing standpoint, you got to understand how to get to a punch, setup wise, how to make everything relevant. Don't just say stuff to just be saying stuff. Make sure everything that you're saying has value and adds to the potency of the payoff at the end. From a rapping standpoint, it has to be exciting, right? So, like one thing I've learned in my career, obviously, going back to what you said, Zay, from the beginning, right? One thing I've learned is that one, pacing is very important. So you got to have a pace that people want to follow, and two, cadence is very important. You can't just be monotone. You can't just be walking your setup through the punch. You got to have a rhythm to it. You got to have a bounce to it. You got to have something for people to be able to feed energy to and people to feed energy from. You know what I'm saying? To take energy from. Uh, Caution understands these things. I don't know that I understood them at his point in the game, and so you know what I'm saying. When I look at that, I say, okay, he's definitely got potential, and he's definitely got, you know what I'm saying, a lot of talent that he's still, I think, figuring things out and understanding. But I can say he's probably more advanced than I was at my point. You know, where he's at in his career, he's probably more advanced than I was.
Okay.
So you know, I think Carson is dope. I don't have nothing bad to say about him. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing negative to say about him. I think he's definitely talented, and I've prepared with that level of respect in mind. You know what I'm saying? I prepared knowing that if he puts together the best performance of his career, he's gonna shake the room. He's
Okay.
gonna flip the crowd upside down. You know what I'm saying? I would like to think I'm a good judge of character, and I know what he's capable of from a performance standpoint, and I'm showing up
Okay. Okay.
with that in mind. You know what I'm saying? So if he does what he's supposed to do, and he does what his talent is fully capable of, it's going to be the best battle your league has ever seen.
Okay.
So it's going to be on him to, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm gonna do. I can't. He's the variable in this. I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's either going to show up and kill it and go crazy, or maybe he'll miscalculate things. You know, this is going to be a big moment for him, and we'll see. I'm tried and true. I've been here damn near 12 years. I know what I'm gonna show up and do. I'm gonna flip that building upside down.
Mm.
It's gonna be on him to flip it back.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
Ooh. Look,
So
man.
what made you say yes to caution? Like,
Okay.
Yo,
what make you be like, yeah, I would battle caution. Chilla.
Um, yo, so honestly, for me, it was never like I would have said yes to whoever Kia brought to me,
Oh, okay.
right? And that's not a knock on caution at all. That's just when I had this conversation with Kia. It was like, yo, I want you to pick somebody who you trust, and somebody who you believe in, and somebody who you think is deserving of the shot. You know what I'm saying? So I know Kia is not going to bring me somebody who's not worthy. I know Kia is not going to bring me somebody who don't got potential. You know, I trust Kia enough to bring me somebody who's going to be worth the time and worth the energy for me to fly out there and put together 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So you know, we discussed a few names, but when it came down to it, you know what I'm saying, she felt like for the opportunity and for the time frame presented, that caution was the best option. You know what I'm saying? And so after coming to that conclusion, and after, you know, watching a couple battles, I can see why that was the choice made, right? Like I can see why that was the decision um that she made to put me in a ring with. So you know, as far as the matchup goes, I can see what Caution does well. I can see where his strengths are at. I can see where his weaknesses are at. And I'm sure that, you know what I'm saying, he's familiar with me and what I do and what I do well, and maybe some things that I don't do well, right? Maybe there's some things that I don't do well that he feels like he can use to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, uh, I think this matchup makes a ton of sense from a style standpoint. I think this was a really good,
I see it as a mirror
a
match
really good
almost.
matchup, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because in watching him, I'm like, okay, I can understand why this was the pick. Not only because I think Caution is really good at what he does, but from a style standpoint, if you're somebody who likes Caution, you probably like what I do too. And if you're
Right.
somebody who likes what I do, then you probably gonna like what Caution does as well, right? So like for the type of styles that we have, this is just a matchup. I think from a style standpoint that makes more sense than maybe some of the other matchups with some of the other battlers in the league that I could have went against, right? So yeah, you know what I'm saying. I think it was a good choice on Kia's part. Like I said, there were some other names that we discussed and kind of thought about. But at the end of the day, when it came down to it, you know, I think this was the best matchup all around to happen.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Kia for that one for sure. The top two, those main two battles, she definitely did her thing on the
You
mirror
know,
match, and
it,
I told
it,
Caution the same thing.
as much as I want to insult you right now, I can't even do it, brother. You been look, man. I think we in
Hey,
good.
we
day. You know what
No,
Nope.
I'm saying?
no, no. We just got guests. We can't. We got guests in the house. We
All this shit. What's the word?
What's poppin', man? How you feeling, big dog?
Man, I'm feeling like it's that time, man. I feel like a lot of what I, at least what I joined in on him saying, I agree a lot with, and I do want to take the time out to say I appreciate you even being, considered enough to come down to quote unquote my level and give me this type of opportunity. A lot of people at your stature don't do shit like that, so I want to say I appreciate that off top.
Nah, salute, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, man. It's one of those things where I feel like a lot of people did that for me as well. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, whether it was on a URL stage or whether it was somewhere else, a lot of people like DNA and Clips and a lot of those guys are the ones that ushered me into being able to make it to the tier that I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right to keep the culture moving, to be able to turn around and do the same thing for others, and hopefully in another 5 or 10 years you'll be able to turn around and do the same thing for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right?
just
Keep the
like
same push.
in my mind that's the way the culture is supposed to work. Obviously a lot of other people don't move in that way, and that sucks. It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I'm grateful for what battle rap has done for me in my life, and you got. I feel like I got to pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? So if I could be a part of somebody else's journey to be great, I want to play my role in that journey. Feel me?
Right, and that's what this is about for me. You feel me? Like I was telling Kid, I feel like it's time that I get that shot. I've been around. I don't battle as often. I battle like maybe 4 times a year. But when I come outside, at least in my level, it means something. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was time for me to really see where I'm at. You feel me? And a lot of people do feel like we do a lot of the same things. Like that is something I've heard since the match got booked. Is that people stylistically kind of see this as a mirror match. I don't completely agree, but for the most part, I can see why people would say that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I'm one of those people where like when I see an opportunity, I know how to rise to the occasion. I work very well under pressure. So this just you know as this may be another day in the office for you, for me this means something.
Mm.
Man, all I'm saying, Chilla, before you know what I'm saying, y'all got face to face, he was talking real spicy, like 3-0 dude,
Oh my
you know.
God.
So here I am, I instigate all day. I just figured, if I just want to make you angry a little bit, you know what I'm saying? When you come in, you know what I'm saying?
All
You
right,
look,
like look, this is all right. This is what we not gonna do. All right. Cause I talk shit, but when I give my prediction, I got Chilla winning. I say this. I say, man, after saying all that, I got Chilla.
that's a fact.
I'm not
Yeah,
supposed to. I'm not supposed to beat no Chilla Jones, man. We're not gonna do that. I'm still realistic. I'm not supposed to beat Chilla Jones. What I did say is this is gonna be the best caution performance you've seen because it's supposed to be that. And if Chilla come in here and treat me like I'm not coming to do what I'm trying to do, then it can be a long night. But Chilla Jones is not one of those. I also say Chilla Jones is not one of those people. Like I've seen Chilla Jones go to quote unquote smaller league battles, and we still get Chilla Jones every time. So I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting this to be what it's supposed to be. So I'm preparing for it to be that.
all right, well, I like to lie here and there, you know what I'm saying?
Let
I
me
just see, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
When you're,
let me tell y'all a story real quick. Let me tell you why I like his mindset. Right. I was at a point in my career after I battled DNA, and after I battled Charlie Clips, and people were like, "Yo, you should battle Big T." I turned it down, and I was like, "Yo," I was like, "This would be a really good battle for my resume," and I'm really anxious to add more names to my resume, and I'm really anxious to prove what I can do. I don't think he's the right matchup for me right now. I feel like there are things that he does really well that I can't necessarily compete with. And from a stylistic standpoint, I feel like he has an advantage. I'm gonna see Big T. I don't want to see him right now. And I'm not saying that's what Caution is saying or what Caution is doing, but he understands the magnitude of the opportunity, and he's not going into it with a mindset of saying, okay, I'm finna 30 one of the best niggas that ever lived.
Yeah.
He's going into
No,
it.
no, right. Like, and
Going
that's
in
just
saying if Chilla do what I know Chilla usually does, and I do what I'm supposed to do with this opportunity, I'm going to get what I deserve to get from it. It's not about 30ing Chilla. It's about proving to everybody that clicks this link that me and Chilla are of the same tier. We're of the same cloth. We're of the same skill level. If I can prove that, win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna get everything that I need to get from it, right? And
and I'm
that's
that
the
kind of person
mindset
all the
a
way
lot
across
of
the
people
board.
don't have at his
I've been in battles where I
at
told him I wasn't supposed to win. Like, like if you're familiar with me, you know this, you know what I'm saying? And I always rise to the occasion. So for me, this would be no different. Like, this is the first time, like, I had rounds written, like I've been knowing about this for a minute. So when I had the rounds written, I'm rapping them. I'm like, these sound like regular caution rounds. And regular caution rounds will beat a lot of people on all types of levels. But it took more understanding, like, nah, like if that's what it feels like, then it ain't right. And just having that mindset alone, to me, is very dangerous because this is the first time I've ever been in that space, and it's showing. So it's creating a new level of excitement for me. That regardless of whether this win, lose, or draw, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Mm. Mm. I like the way you put that. I like the way you put that. And it shows where you at. I mean, I could be the one, like the person to attest that he's been locked in ever since. You know what I'm saying? We locked this in. So um, I wasn't nervous about him at all because I know how serious he was taking it. So I do feel like that battle could potentially, outside of another battle that we've been saying could be battle of the night, that this one could be battle of the night.
Oh, real talk.
now this gonna be battle of the night. No shade to Danny and nah, this the one. This the one. I don't care where we at on the flyer. This the one. I'm just gonna say that. This
Yeah,
this the one.
yeah, no, that's crazy, man. Zay, you got any other questions here? I'm trying to find charger box because my phone battery is not at its highest peak.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we hear you.
yeah. Y'all make sure
So,
you know what I'm saying. Anybody, my bad, Zay. I don't mean to cut you off. Anybody in here, if y'all have any questions for Chilla or Caution while they're up here, make sure y'all drop them. Um, you can see the comments on Chilla.
I can see whatever ones pop up on the screen.
Okay, okay, okay. So when I
Oh,
see,
okay. Nah, yep, nope. Nah, I see it on the side here. All right, I got it now.
okay. So if there's anything that we haven't touched on, if y'all would like to ask any questions, um, feel free. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get a little bit more, wrap it up. Zay, do you have
There
anything
we go. My fucking my yeah,
that
my damn
Android?
audio was messing up. I had to come back. Don't do that. Don't do that. It was the AirPod trying to connect to it though. But nah, man, I'm super excited. And like I've been saying, I feel like it's gonna be battle of the night. Like I'm looking to make it that. I'm gonna make the most of this opportunity. I ain't finna come out here and waste Chilla Jones' time. 2020 champion of the year, top, arguably, well, not really even arguably, he a top 5 pin in the world, and depending on where
but
you ask him, he's number one on that list. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm very understanding of what this is, man, and I'm looking to show out.
right, and that's why I feel like this is a perfect um matchup for you. Even though I do definitely say this is somewhat of a mirror match that I see because of your pen down here, Caution, and just watching you battle and listening to your pen and how you structure things, and then of course Chilla Jones battling, like top 5 in the world, and then he didn't battle, most likely I think maybe
Right?
Lux is the only
Like,
one
like,
that hasn't been in on Chilla Jones list, like has he battled yet, but you know what I'm saying, just to see your
yeah,
pen go up
he's
against
battled like
his.
he's battled a lot of like the biggest name, bro. To put it in
Oh
perspective,
man, come on.
I'm 24, bro. I'm 24. I've been watching Chilla Jones since I was like at the very least 16.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm extremely aware. Like he got some of my favorite battles. You know what I'm saying? Like him and Solomon.
Him and Diz was low key one of my favorite battles at the time. Then him and Nitty, because Nitty was my favorite when Chilla was coming back over into URL.
Yeah.
Like this is big, bro. This is
I
important,
like
especially
him
like
and
what we're
B
trying to do
Magic
here
was
in
one
Pure
of my
Bars.
first.
Yeah, and then
Him and B Magic.
and we ain't even got to speak on like him and JC.
Oh man, come on
Like it's
now.
one of those careers where like that shit kind of speaks for itself, and I
Yeah.
model a lot of my work as far as like letting the work speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. I go in there and stand toe to toe with Chilla Jones, and my eyes ain't shit you can tell me.
Ain't nothing exactly. And that's what we had talked about earlier. Like I feel like, you know, regardless of the outcome, if you don't like go in there and just get murdered, right? Then it's
Right.
like kind of like one of them things where damn, this motherfucker stood toe to toe with with Chilla. You know what I'm saying? And that's saying a lot of shit when people be like, you know what I'm saying? Like people, I don't care what nobody say on what level of battle rap. Like Chilla is that guy. Like it's not that many people that I can really think of off the top of my head that created a whole genre of battle
And
rap.
not only that,
You
like
know what I'm saying?
he's been the guy everywhere he's been. You know what I'm saying? Like how could you not admire
Exactly.
that kind of work? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah.
KOTD he won, right? You had to change KOTD, and then you
And
came to
I thought you beat Real Deal the first time. I do want to say that. I watched it.
that was
The
definitely
first time
kind
Thought I did too, man. I thought I
I
did.
I was like, what?
of yeah.
I was shook. I was one of the people that was shook. I thought you got robbed. I ain't gonna lie. You
He
know?
did get robbed, bro. Let's call it how it is, bro. We don't feel about that. That nigga got
But
robbed, bro.
it was a close battle, so you can't really. All right, hold on. There's a question from Hash. She said, for Chilla, talk about what Caution can learn from this opportunity.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying, from the opportunity itself, and I don't know if this is gonna make sense to everybody, but I don't even think it's about me, right? And I don't even think it's about what I can teach Caution. It's more about Caution understanding how to get to this level without Chilla being in front of him.
Yeah.
That's the key, right? And that's the secret. You see how Caution said, "Yo, I had rounds written, but it sounded like regular me, so I went back and did some things because I want this to sound like a step up from what y'all usually hear."
Mm-hmm.
Now, when he starts doing that for the people that he's used to battling, you'll see the difference, right? You're gonna look and say, "Okay, he shouldn't be battling people down here no more." The same Caution that battled Chilla, that did this and did that. Now he's doing that on the regular. Oh, it's time for Caution to elevate. So I feel like that's the biggest thing that he's gonna to learn and take from this opportunity. Anything else he learns is a bonus, right? Anything else is a bonus. He might stand across from me and be like, "Oh, Chilla's doing this. I could do that. I never thought to do that before," or whatever. But I also want to say there's also things for me to learn from this opportunity. And there's always, even at my level and even at my tier and what I've done, I learn from every battle, win, lose, or draw. I always take something from it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's part of what keeps me hungry, and that's part of what keeps me motivated for battles like this, is knowing that no matter how the masses feel, no matter how the public feels about matchups like this, people might look at this matchup and be like, "Oh, maybe I never heard of Caution, but I know Chilla. I got Chilla winning, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Which is
how
usually the
that's
consensus.
how like a casual fan is gonna look at it, and that's cool. People who may not be familiar with Caution, okay, cool, right? But at the end of the day, Chilla was in that boat. You know what people felt like when Chilla and JC got announced? When
Right.
Chilla
And
and
this,
City got announced? Oh, I know in City, I don't know this Chilla kid. He had one battle on URL. Yeah, I got City. I got JC. Chilla DNA announced. I got DNA. Chilla and Clips. Okay, I got Clips. Like
so then
that's just what you get.
how do you treat it nowadays? Because like the way I think about it is, it still kind of happens as far as like I remember when you and K Sean got announced, and he was quote unquote on his
Oh,
run in the
everybody
URL.
gonna body. Everybody thought you was gonna get bodied.
It's like on your smokes. because he was
And I
on
was
his
like,
he was on his run, right? And even we can take it a step up. We can take it a step back. I wasn't supposed to be B Dot in a lot of people's eyes
that's
because
a
B
fact.
Dot was on a run too. You know what I'm
B
saying?
Dot was
B
on
Dot
a run.
had gone crazy against T Top in Summer Madness. He went crazy against Holmesy on the Murder Mook Tay Rock card,
Yeah, B Dot
and
was wilding
he
for a
was
little
the
bit.
front runner for champion of the year at that time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So when I battled B Dot, a lot of people looked at it like, okay, the winner of this is going to decide who the champion of the year is. But if you looked at the polls, it was 75-25 for B Dot.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to beat him in a closed room in California. There was no way I was supposed
Yeah.
to win that battle. You know what I'm saying? So like I I'm so used to being in that spot that I will never take for granted being on the other side of it. I'll never take for granted
Mm,
people thinking, oh, if we do a poll and Chilla 80% of people think Chilla's gonna win, I'm never gonna take that and find comfort in that. I know what being that 20% feels like. I know what it felt like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I'm not so far removed that I don't remember what it's like being an underdog to somebody that the masses think you supposed to lose to, right?
Right.
So I'll never I'll never have that comfort, bro. I'm always gonna be hungry. I'm always gonna want to show people. And plus, if you check my history, I get really spooky in debuts. When it's
that
my
is
first
true.
time on a league, small league, big league, whatever. When it's my first time on a league,
That is true. That
I
is true.
I do that. I do that for two reasons. One, for the reason I said earlier, I, for people who have never gone to a URL event and see me, because everybody can't necessarily afford to buy a plane ticket, go buy a hotel, stand in line, then buy a $120 ticket to go to the event and take time off work and pay a babysitter. Like there's a lot that for a hardcore battle rap fan, there's a lot of money that goes into being able to fly out to a URL event and see some of your favorite battlers. So when you have
Facts.
the opportunity to drive 20 or 30 minutes and see somebody that you've watched for 10 years, that's not
Facts.
that's not only a big deal for them, that's a big deal for me.
And that's the
Yeah,
kind of shit I wanted, because even talking about it, I was like, I want somebody that hasn't been over here. So like it kind of off is perfect, because as you get spooky in your debuts, I get spooky when I feel like my back's against the wall and people got me losing in a battle where, even if I feel like past battles I was like, I felt like I should win. I said this one was different because it's the level is on. I'm more understanding of like, no, okay, you can really lose this battle. So like I also get spooky in these type of situations because it's like it's forcing me to go somewhere else, because I already know it's there. It just takes the situation to take me there. That's anybody. Like they say that like everybody might not be a killer till you push them. You know what I'm saying?
facts,
Yeah. Yeah.
facts.
It's definitely gonna be a crazy live event, and like I would say, of course, all the pressure is on caution, because as me and my co-host, my brother Voice, we like to, when you guys is in the URL, like it's different levels that you have to pass, different doorways that you have to pass to before you even get to Chilla Jones, right? Like you got the fan base and like, oh, Chilla gonna win no matter what. We don't give a fuck about caution. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got that. Then you have just the stage presence of Chilla, then the star power of Chilla. Before then, Chilla Jones is behind all of that. So you have to break through those doors like first. So it's definitely like caution
But
back
I
is against the wall.
but I also
But
think that like that type of shit kind of attests to what he was kind of just saying, as far as like that type of shit could work against Chilla as well. As far as like
it
now,
can
people who haven't seen Chilla Jones have this high expectation, and especially if you're familiar with
exactly.
me, you're like, okay, Chilla should be getting him the fuck out of here. So,
What the fuck
and
is going
I'm
on with
fully
Chilla now? Yeah, yeah. But then it's all about, yeah, yeah, you're right. It can work against Chilla, and it also favors you, because it can be like, well, damn, what the fuck is wrong with Chilla? But this nigga caution his body. Who is this nigga? Like, So it's
And
also like it's a
to be
losing
fair, I
game.
feel the pressure. To be fair, I just put that in the air as far as devil's advocate. I feel like the pressure's on me.
Yeah,
I can feel it. I feel the pressure, but again, I work well under pressure. It creates diamonds. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not afraid of it. I'm just saying like it's still that for him too. I'm showing y'all that I understand too, because I know Chilla's smart enough to understand, because he's also been where I am, and we've seen that
right,
kind of stuff work in his favor because he makes it work in his favor.
right, right. but it's also the preparation of those type of battlers too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen a lot of, you know, high profile battle rappers come down, like quote unquote, come down to lower levels and get smoked because of their preparation and not taking it correctly. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
that's why this is perfect for me because I know that's
yeah,
not one of them.
that's not
I
one
don't
of
have to
them.
wonder, well, what Chilla Jones am I gonna get? Like, no,
Right. Yeah,
that
you
was
never have to wonder
never
that. With
has been a
certain
thought in my
battle
mind.
rappers, you definitely do be like, man, it depends if this one, like if this battle rapper shows up as this or this, which one we gonna get? I feel like it's a couple battle rappers that you know, like whenever you hear their name, like you like, nah, he ain't finna come play. Like he ain't finna come
And I'm
play.
even the
Like you know,
same way as far as the level I'm at. Like, you never seen a battle, well, knock on wood, because you know shit happen, of me choking
right,
and stumbling and doing all kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
right.
always one of them. So that's why this makes the most sense for Battle of the Night. This is gonna be a crazy one. This is gonna be really special.
It's gonna be crazy, man. I think, like I said, perfect mirror match, perfect like opportunity for you. And plus, me and Voice are like pen guys. So like hearing Caution was one of my favorites right off the rip whenever we first started doing this because I was hearing the pen in
Mm-hmm.
his bars and then with you, of course, battling JC and then battling Daylight and Danny Myers was one of the craziest battles. You and Danny like.
Mhm.
I like Penn, so I'm really hooked for this battle. Like I feel like this one is gonna be crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I still got y'all number two to battle, and I feel like Danny and you know and Tay. I feel like that one, but I think this one could easily be battle of the night too. It's like y'all right there, but I'm definitely looking for both of y'all to just really go crazy, man. And I know it's not gonna be nothing less than what we expect it to be
Right.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Because I don't think nothing else can really like when everything boils down to it. To me, like for me, I listen to the bars. Like you know what I'm saying. I listen for that lyricism and not just a whole bunch of filler than a punch. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's like that was like my favorite thing about both of you guys. Like that's why I'm like y'all. This is the similar style. And I know you may not agree, but to me, like it may not be the similar style. It's in the same realm of that,
Yeah.
like lyricism and pen right there. So like I couldn't ask for a better matchup. When I heard it, I said, man, that makes fucking sense. It
Mm.
makes a lot of sense, as opposed to any other name that I thought would be better to go up against Chilla. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense from a style standpoint. Um, and like he was saying, that there are probably like subtle, there probably are some differences in our game from a
Yeah.
totality standpoint, right? Like, but I think the similarities and the things that we have in common at the end of the day is like you
It's
gonna have to
really
listen.
apparent.
You gonna have to listen. Like, if there's one thing you're gonna take away from this battle, and there's one thing that you're gonna have to listen. This ain't
You
this
gonna
ain't
have
this ain't
to.
gonna be a battle that you're gonna be able to stay at the bar and talk with your homies and like, nah.
Yeah,
When
nah.
Hmm.
Chilla and Caution go up, you go stand in the front,
I'm gonna be listening. I'm gonna be
and
right
when
there.
we
I'm gonna
and
be
when we
listening.
rapping, just
I'm glad you're not one of those guys that be like, nah,
process.
man, I ain't have to watch this footage. Like, I'm glad you could say, nah, I peep, I saw what he does. I see why it makes sense. Because I hate those type of people. Brothers that never swear they watch anybody.
Yeah, to me,
Nah,
you set
nah. You
yourself
gotta,
up
you
for
gotta.
failure if you do that. And I be thinking most
Yeah,
of the time they be lying anyway.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, for me, it's again, it's a respect thing, and it's bigger than even, like I was saying earlier. It's bigger than even watching to see what you're capable of. Like I was saying to Kia earlier, like I like to get a feel for the league. Every league, whether people acknowledge it or not, has a specific feel. They have a particular
Yep.
type of feel. So if I watch two or three of your battles, and I notice that there's a um that when certain people are mentioned, it gets a big reaction, or certain types of things are mentioned, it gets a big reaction, or maybe I notice when you get extra aggressive, they like that more. These are things that I can pull from it and be like, okay, they like that aggressive shit. Let me tweak this, or okay, they like when Will Smith and Chris Rock get mentioned because in 2 battles I heard it and they got a big pop. Let me do something with that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's things that I can pull from it, and it's bigger than just saying, "Oh, okay, Caution can rap. Caution know how to punch. You know how to scheme. You know how to put things together." It's also like, oh, the crowd really likes this. Oh, this okay. I understand this venue. This venue must hold this many people. Oh, okay. There must be a stage here. There must be people right in front. How can I craft a bar for that? It's just a lot to it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a respect level thing for your talent and what you do, but it's also kind of like from a scouting standpoint, from a vet standpoint of like understanding where I'm at, understanding what the crowd likes, understanding what the crowd wants to hear. Right? I can't watch a battle and be like, man, I see somebody go up there with jokes and get smoked and then pull up with jokes. Like, it wouldn't make no sense for me to do that. Right? And if I don't watch you, and if I don't watch a battle from this league, I'm gonna go in here with jokes and get my dumb ass smoked. And so I'm not so ignorant and naive to think that I'm just gonna come in here with my star power and get everybody's buy-in. That's usually not how it works, especially when I'm battling somebody from that league. Even the most unbiased leagues usually want to see their guy be successful or want to see their person be successful. And so I don't think the league is going to be biased, but I know for sure they're going to give it up if Caution shake the room. I don't think that my star power is going to buy me a reaction if my material is trash. I gotta show up and be on 10. If I'm not saying the type of stuff that y'all heard versus Daylight, or y'all heard versus JC, or y'all heard versus Danny or Solomon, then I don't expect the crowd to react. I don't want the crowd to react if they don't feel like I'm giving them the same Chilla they watch on YouTube. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I watch the battles for everything, but I definitely also watch to see the type of skill set that, you know what I'm saying, my opponent is bringing to the table and what he does well. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff is important to me too. Not so I know what kind of level I got to prepare at, because I'm always prepare at the same level, but also to just get a feel for like, okay, I see what this guy does. I see how the crowd likes him. I see what's going on. Even if I can pick up on little inside jokes, I like to do that too. If there's somebody that y'all always make fun of, there's somebody that y'all always reference in y'all bars, I might speak something in there like, oh, so and so had the fake Jordans on at this event. I might have a line about that. You know what I'm saying? Just so the crowd knows. Oh, okay, Chilla really fuck with us. Like Chilla not just here for a check. Like he really in tune. You know what I'm saying?
You know
like
what's going on down here.
I like the show, and that's why I think my debuts always go so well, because I always show people that I'm in tune with what's happening. I know if there's a scandal with one of the rappers out here. I know if there's a fight from the last event and somebody got beat up. I'm gonna know that stuff, and I'm gonna have a bar about it for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I really try and be in tune. I don't never want it to feel like I pulled up and I stayed in the corner and I didn't mingle with the fans. I didn't take pictures. I didn't have drinks with people. I'm gonna be in that bitch mingling. I'm gonna be taking pictures. I'm gonna be saying what's up, because when people leave, I want people to say, "Yo, Chilla and Caution was one of the best battles I ever seen," and you know what I'm saying. Any battle Chilla do out here, I gotta pull up. I gotta pull up. He's a real dude. Like I gotta pull up. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, it's an overall experience thing. So I definitely, like I said, I definitely got respect for your talent, bro, and I definitely know what you're capable of, and I look forward to matching wits with you. You know what I'm saying, in front of the world. And I really do hope that you do your thing and you do well. And like I said, like the other side of it for me is like I'm also somebody that after I battle somebody, I make myself a resource for them. You can ask anybody that I've ever battled on any league. They'll tell you like, oh yeah, after we battled, I could call Chilla and run rounds with him. I could. Oh, he put me in the crucible. Oh, he co-signed me and did this. He brought me out to Boston and got me a battle. Like Like that's really how I like to show love and how I like to pay it forward, bro. So I don't like
That'd be on my mind too. That's another added pressure too that isn't really talked about when you in the position of like where I'm at. Because I'm like, damn, like Chilla got to lead. Chilla doing this. Chilla do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I could even be great enough to where it's like, nah, this he was actually crazy. I need him to
Yo,
come and do such and such. Or I
yo,
think he'd be fine with such and such.
yo. My phone keep dying. So I think we hit the hour mark. Real quick, can y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody know y'all social media handles, and everything. We gonna wrap it
at
up.
Chilla
Chilla.
Jones on Instagram, at Chilla Jones on Twitter, uh penduluminc.com if you're interested in the school, pull up and get your tickets, man. We gonna be out there, man. PBRBL, Chilla Jones versus King Caution, man. It's gonna be a movie. Make sure y'all pull up.
Yes, sir, man. I am Yarrell. That's IAMYARRL on Instagram, Twitter. Larry Clemens on Facebook. All and shit. You know what I'm saying? November 5th is gonna go down. Pull up.
Like, you got to rap on Instagram, on YouTube is you got to rap on YouTube. That's UGOTTA and Bar Heavy. We out. Kia, just to let you
I
know, we didn't need you on here.
I mean, I just didn't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know
Yeah,
what to
yeah.
do because it's recording. But Chilla, appreciate y'all. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day, man. Follow us November 5th. Purchase some tickets. And we out, man.
We out.
Cheer boys.
Out.
Big
Yeah,
Z.